Hello and thanks for tuning in. Today we'll be going over the enrolment form. That's the process of how administrators can sign trainers and students into their units on the LMS. So, to get to the enrolment form, click the Enrolment Form button along the top white banner of the system and click the first option, Enrolment Form. We'll be brought to the form itself where we can start the process with step 1, the first of 4 steps. So step 1 asks admins to select or create a new group. If we're adding students to an existing group or enrolling that group of students into a new batch of units, we can simply select it from the center list here, as existing groups are listed in the center. However, we can also add a new group of students, and it's best to call the group something you can identify and recognize later down the line, such as the intake of students and maybe the qualification they're studying too. So with that new group created, we can scroll down to step 2, allocate trainers to a group. Now, as we can see, this new group on the right hand side is empty as we've just created it, but we can populate this group with trainers. So existing trainers who have been enrolled in the past are listed on the left hand side, and we can select them from that left hand side list and add the trainer into the new group. We can also add a new trainer account. So if we're onboarding new staff onto the platform who have never been enrolled before, we can add the new trainer and we can put in their details. All we need to create an account on the system is a first name, last name, username, email address, and password. And we can just generate a random password on the LMS. The user can always change it at a later date or when they log in for the first time. So now we've got 2 trainers allocated into this new group. But before we scroll down to step 3, we just want to select or highlight these names. You can highlight multiple trainers by holding down Control as you click, or holding down Shift as you click, or just by clicking and dragging your mouse. So once selected, the trainers will be in blue. If they click away, those names will turn grey. Either way, they are highlighted and selected, and the enrolment will be successful. Then we can move down to step 3, allocate learners to a group. It works the exact same way as step 2, except this time we're allocating students into our new group. Just like before, existing users are listed on the left-hand side, which we can select and drag them into the new group. We can also create new student accounts by clicking Add New Student. Just like before, all we need is a first name, last name, username, email address, and password. And the password we can once again generate from the system. Then we select whether they are adult learners or secondary school learners, whichever category the student falls into. So we have our existing students and our new student all listed alongside each other in the new group. However, we might have a lot of new students to enroll all at once, and you might not want to complete this form over and over again. So the alternative there is to do a bulk upload of students and click the Bulk Upload Students button. So if we click that button, we can download a template and fill in the spreadsheet of the user details. Open the spreadsheet on your computer and fill in each column with the student details. Once complete, save the spreadsheet to your computer and return to the LMS. Back on the LMS, we can upload the spreadsheet we just filled in. Click Choose File on the Bulk Upload Students screen. You'll be able to review the students you've enrolled and select once again whether they are adult or secondary school learners. Select the learner type and confirm the upload of students. As we can see, all the students listed in the spreadsheet have joined the group, and we can highlight these names too. The best way to highlight all the students in the group is to select the student at the top, scroll to the bottom, hold down Shift, and click the student at the bottom. All student names are highlighted and will be enrolled into the units we select in step 4. Step 4 is where we enroll the group, including the trainers and students, into the units we select. We can sort students by category, which is mainly by training package or by qualification. Now in step 1, we said this was the Cert 3 in Cookery group, so we could go ahead and find that qualification on the system and then select the units we think they should study first. Once you've selected the units the group should complete, scroll down to the bottom of the page and click Confirm Enrolment. We'll be given the chance to review everyone we're trying to enroll, and if we're happy with that list, we can go ahead and confirm the enrolment. Everyone enrolled onto the system for the first time will receive an email with the URL to your LMS, their username and password, so everything they need to log in and commence their studies is sent to them. Those emails will be sent out and the enrolment will be successful. If the time ever comes where we need to unenroll a student, we can do that via the LMS as well. Once again, in the Enrolment Form section, along the top white banner, we click Enrolment Form, but this time we can click Unenrollment Requests if we'd like to withdraw a student from a unit. We can select the unit of study, we can select the group the student is in, and we can find the student we're trying to unenroll. Once all those fields are selected, we can click Unenroll Learners from Selected Unit. If the student hasn't completed any work, they will be unenrolled and withdrawn from the course. If that enrolment is taking place within 31 days of the date the student was enrolled, your institution will be reimbursed the cost of their enrolment. However, if the student has completed work, they will not be able to be removed or unenrolled from the course. We can also unenroll students by participant, where we can search up the student specifically and select whichever units we're trying to unenroll them from. The same unenrollment terms and conditions follows, where the student mustn't have completed any work and the unenrollment must be processed within 31 days of their enrolment for your institution to be financially reimbursed the cost of their enrolment. Once we've selected all the units we're trying to unenroll them from, we can click Unenroll Learners from Selected Unit. The user will now be unenrolled and be able to continue studying the units they're still enrolled into. Thanks for listening.